At one of the pharmacies in Nairobi city center, a client walks in with a prescription for medicine. The pharmacist looks at the prescription, confirms its authenticity, that it has a doctor's name, contacts, dates, and that it is rubber stamped, and then gets the required medicine, and after explaining to the client how they should be taken, gives further advice on the importance of sticking to the required schedule and dosage to the end.
Even with a prescription, it is not a shopping list where you'd, like, for example, go to the supermarket and buy a loaf of bread and nobody will ask you what are you doing with the loaf of bread. With a prescription, you should be explained to how you're taking your medicine. If there is any food or other medicines that would cause a problem with the medicine that you're taking.
Now, this is the ideal way of obtaining drugs from a pharmacy. But unfortunately, in most of the pharmacies in Nairobi, this is not the case.
I have a headache. Give me metacalfin. Okay? I think it is malaria. But then you see, research has proven that in Nairobi, hardly do people ever get malaria. How do we become sure that you're thinking the correct way?
This, according to Mband, can lead to conditions that could turn chronic.
You're trying to alleviate, for example, a symptom, but you don't have, you're going about it the wrong way. You may end up with complications. For example, if it's for paracetamol, if you had an overdose, you may have a problem developing with your liver. It may be short-term, over a period of time, it may be chronic.
There are cases, however, where one can purchase drugs over the counter to treat an immediate symptom, but the pharmacist will always counsel on the importance of seeing a doctor.
You have an obligation to do two things. Issue medicine, but at the same time advise the patient. And then you find that advice is like cheese. Most people end up eating the hulls.
The high cost of medicine is something that cannot be ignored, and according to Mband, this is perhaps the reason why it is easier to get drugs over the counter rather than pay a consultation fee for a doctor and still purchase the drugs, which is more expensive.
The inherent risk in having the headache taken care of would be, if it is an infection, you'd be buying time for the infection to become worse.
Kenyans are therefore being advised to be wary of where they purchase their drugs, as in Nairobi alone, out of 2,500 drug outlets, only 1,000 are registered by Pharmacy and Poisons Board, with the rest run by quacks. Olivia Okech, Sunday Live.